Hello everyone and welcome to this new moon eclipse in Sagittarius on December 4, 2021. Normally I don't do videos on new moons. I make readings on full moons where I am using my Faeries oracle deck. But I thought that this time, since we have the moon and the sun meeting up in Sagittarius, where we also find the galactic center at 27 degrees, where we have an extraordinary ability to connect with cosmos, I thought that it could be rather interesting to see what this new moon has for us. And when we have an eclipse around a new moon, it means that we have a darkening of the sun. If we have an eclipse around a full moon, we have a darkening of the moon. And I found some of my cards just to try to illustrate this a little bit. So we have the sun right now in Sagittarius. We have the movement. Okay. And we have the moon over here, and we have the sun. So the moon is moving around. The earth, of course, we have the moon and the earth here. So when the moon is circling around the earth, and when the moon is in between the earth and the sun, then we have this eclipse. And that is also when we can see that there is a ring of light we can see in the sky, and that is because the sun is being darkened. So this is what happens when we have a new moon eclipse, that the moon is in between the earth and the sun. And this is just to illustrate a little bit what is going on. So this is the way that the moon is circling around the earth. And when it is here, and you can say almost in perfect alignment, these three, the sun, the moon, and the earth, that is when we have an eclipse. And also throughout history, it is believed that when we have eclipses, the energy is being strengthened. So first of all, the sun is about all of who we are. The sun can also be regarded as the god in our solar system. It's where we all come from. We are first of all electrical beings. We are made of light. And so the sun is about all of who we are, with all our talents and gifts, with our life purpose, our destiny, our soul and soul awareness, and also our force of life and willpower. And so it is about all of who we are. Okay, so the moon is part of the sun, just as the earth is part of it, just as every planet is part of the sun. We all come from the sun. So we all hold this kind of electromagnetic energy. We all hold energy, and we can communicate with each other through that kind of energy, which is first of all through plasma. So we must remember that carrying light within us, we also carry the possibility to respond to the rest of cosmos. We have a tendency to see ourselves as separate from cosmos and from everything else that is going on. But that's not kind of reality, that we are all interconnected, okay? So we also are born, each and every one of us, to be able to respond to what is going on around us. And that could be anywhere in the universe. So we are responding as part of this major grid of energy that is connecting everything that is in cosmos. And the moon is coming in to tell us about our soul and our emotions. So as the moon also derives from the sun, just as the earth and just as we do, the moon is the part of us where we are in contact with our soul, our emotions, our wild nature, our divine feminine energy. It's about our past, our past lives. I'd rather call them simultaneous lifetimes because everything is going on at the same moment, but because of the density that we live in here on Earth, we have a tendency also to see things in past, present and future. But it's really going on at the same time, but let us just call it past lives here. And so everything that has got to do with our past in general is coming up, and it's about our habits and our shadow sides. And so the moon is really sensitive, and it's also here where we are connecting with a very deep part in ourselves. And we are also, through using our emotions, I believe that we are connecting through that with the rest of cosmos, so that we, through our emotions, always know what is going on. We always we always check up on our emotions, our feelings, when we need to decide something important. Maybe we're telling people to, I just need a couple of days to rethink this, or to feel whether this is good for me or not. So we turn to our emotions when we are deciding something important. And that is because it is reflecting to the rest of cosmos. We would like to take in all information before we make a decision. And one could start to wonder, well, where does that come from, right? So that is what's going on right now. And so let's pull some cards on this new moon in Sagittarius and see what it has for us, because the energies are intense, and we are, now I'll just put the moon in between here because the earth is in between here. So I hope that you can follow that. So let's pull some cards on this to see what it has for us. But major energies are taking place right now. New moons are always about new beginnings. And so if there are something where you would like to make a new start, perhaps, especially within the themes of Sagittarius over here, about your knowledge, into any kind of knowledge. This is talking about our life philosophy. This is where we are broadening our horizon, either through traveling or studying something. And this is also talking about judgment and belief systems, and where we also get overly optimistic. We are just so positive. We have a lot of courage and authority. We have this major faith going on in Sagittarius. So we're also meeting up with the planet Jupiter here, which is ruling the 9th house of Sagittarius. So this is about higher learning, higher education. We want to know more about what is out there, perhaps, or we want to know more about our emotions. So here we feel that almost our soul is almost absorbed by God, by the sun, right? So it can mean that we are really coming home to ourselves here, that we are in alignment here. And that is reflecting back to us on Earth, that right now it's time to come into alignment with our life purpose, our destiny, to figure out about soul and soul awareness, something new, awakening perhaps, that there are something that is coming up deep from within our soul to tell us a new story, and where we wish for a new beginning, maybe a complete, I'm getting the word reprogramming here. And let's just pull a couple of cards to see what's going on. And since we are with the moon here in our wild nature, and also working with the occult and our dreams, then I have chosen some decks. I believe that is leading us in that direction also. So I have pulled an animal card, spirit card first. And here we have card number 41 coming out. Nightingale spirit saying love is all around. Okay, So as the moon is also referring to our emotions, then this could really indicate that a whole new beginning is coming here, where there's much more love coming into the world. We can see how this bird is sitting with the crown and just like singing out into the world new melodies, perhaps from the hearts, from our hearts. But I also feel that a lot of sounds are coming in, new vibrations, and like I mentioned before, we are also part of this, of what's going on in cosmos, so that we also respond to sounds from the universe and from other kind of energy. So whatever it is, it's as if we are more in tune with the melody of life, the melody of love. Love is really all there is. So I feel that this is a strong message. And let's see if there are other animals coming out here. And if you want to know in which area of your life this could affect you, I would highly recommend that you hit the button down below this video to check out your own chart and see in which house you have this new moon. So you need to look out for the Sagittarius energies and find around 12 degrees, and you'll find out in which house you have it, which marks the life area. And it's always very interesting when we have new beginnings here, because what is it all bringing us? And it's bringing in, first of all, I find that this moon energy is always full of magic. So it's a little bit out of the world. It's like anything could happen. And I have two cards coming out. Okay, card number 54 and 55 coming out together. Yes, so first of all, we have this beautiful skunk spirit, know your worth, and card number 55, snake spirit, time to heal. So since we're in Sagittarius right now, it is about the fire within us. The sun is sort of in its home element here, as the sun also rules the 5th house of Leo. So it is in its home element here. So we will find a rising of our Kundalini energy, which the snake is also referring to, starting from the bottom of our back and moving all up the way to our neck. So maybe you will find that you can actually feel that. So really pay attention to that and see how it is affecting you emotionally. So since we are in new moon with the moon here, and our emotions are sort of in the center of it all, and with the skunk spirit, it's about knowing your worth. Okay, so I also feel that there's a rising of divine feminine within us, and there are perhaps also some shadow sides that are showing up now, where there might be something about your roots, since the moon is ruling the 4th house, where we find the universal energies of Cancer. So there might be something here talking about our roots, both in this, in this lifetime and in past lifetimes as well. That there is something, a major theme on emotions that seems to come back right now. So it's about rising up with the energy that you have within you, knowing your worth. So it's like the sun is putting all its energy into the moon. It's like it's feeding us with all its fire, all its plasma, all its light, so that we can know our worth, and that it's okay to be sensitive and emotional. It is okay to change your habits. This is something that is going way back, that has something to do with our roots. So let's just bear that in mind throughout the reading, and let's have another oracle card to see if we can gather a little bit more information to this. but I think these two cards are really beautiful, like two parts, also the sun, the moon, 54, 55, whatever the numbers mean for you, and also 41 over here, you definitely go with that. But it's coming into just right after the new moon, we have this darkening of the sun, so it's really these two parties dancing with each other. The sun is also a reference, of course, to our ego and how to keep that in balance. So I also feel that with the moon meeting up here, making a new beginning, there could be something about our soul and our ego here. So, and that the soul and our emotions are going to play perhaps a bigger role in our lives. So we have one card coming out, and I'll just shuffle again to see if we have another card coming out. And so we have two cards here. And let's have a look. Yes, trickster. This is the beautiful wolf. So we are very much, again, we have a reference here again to the animals. So the wolf to me is always about being sharp, seeing the truth. And we see here that this wolf is kind of lonely. It's a lone wolf, a lone rider. But sometimes that is tricking us, because sometimes our surroundings may not be as frozen as we think they are. Maybe we feel lonely, but maybe we're not. So this is also about seeing things, this new moon is seeing things for what they really are. Are we on our own path here, feeling all alone in all of it? Are we just, are we really alone, or is it just because we are being tricked into believing that we are alone here? So maybe things are not what they seem to be. Things are not what they seem to be. I feel that's what's coming up with this card. But it is about keeping our perception sharp, our senses sharp, and moving on our path, no matter what. We can see there's a path here that the wolf is following. So it's about following through on things, okay? Because we may find out that things are not what they seem to be. And right now in these times, we are led to believe, with all the conflicts and wars going on, that may be the only things going on, but that is really not the case. There are also a lot of good things happening in the world. And so the other card coming out here is saying Dream Traveler. Again, water, and this time it's not frozen like with the wolf. This is flowing. This is about having a glimpse into other realities. Like I mentioned before with the moon, it's magic. It's opening up a whole new world to us that is not visible throughout daytime, right? And the part of us regarding our soul and our emotions, that's not something that you see with your naked eye. Just like when you do with your clothes and how you're putting up your hair and stuff like that. We don't see with the naked eye what's going on in our emotions and in our soul. So a dream traveler here means that we have the ability now to dream deeper, to go deeper within us. And again, I feel that this is leading us back to how we are connected with the rest of cosmos. We are really having a great time just traveling out within ourselves, discovering new sides of ourselves that has to do with our soul and our deeper emotions. So I feel that there is something here where it's a new beginning of transformation actually. And also perhaps pay attention to your dreams at nighttime. Maybe you'll find that your dreams are changing, that all of a sudden you start dreaming of something that you have never dreamed of before. So this could also talk about the dreams we have for our lives, that something is coming alive here now, that something is flowing. Maybe we have felt stuck for a while. Will we ever get there? And all of a sudden things are just flowing again. So however that resonates with you on a personal level, of course I read for the collective here, but maybe there is something here where you feel that you resonate with this. So let's have a look at the tarot and see what it has for us. And and I'll just begin with the major arcana cards, which are talking about the general energies coming in. So really interested in seeing what that is all about. But definitely I feel that there's been we have been very tense in our emotions, and right now we are loosening up a little bit and coming more into alignment with also what is meant for us, our destiny, our life purpose, and our soul and soul awareness. There's, like with the sun, we are being reminded also that we are connected also to, you can call it God or creator, but there's something bigger than ourselves, okay, that we have to put ourselves into the bigger picture of things. Okay, so let's pull a couple of cards. First of all, we have the Star card. Beautiful. This is talking about benefits and hopes and superior intelligence coming in. So like I mentioned before with Sagittarius, we are opening up here to the galactic center. So this is really powerful. Really pay attention to your thoughts and dreams at this moment and your entire communication. The Star card number 17 is referring to Uranus, which is the first planet of is the first outer planet after Saturn, which means it is the first planet that we cannot see with the naked eye. And this is talking about telepathy, astrology, higher thinking, it's revolution, it's awakening, it's changing directions. It's about this boom, it's here, this changing energy. So there could be something here where we are receiving some kind of guidance directly from Cosmos. And really pay attention to how you perceive things, how you see reality, how do you observe things around you, what is really going on, because there could be some interesting information to gain through that. And let's have another card, the Hermit. This is more like something is healing within us. Like with the Hermit, the turtle here, we are going out and moving out into the world, keeping our connection to the light, which I would like to believe is the sun. And we have the earth down here. And then the shield of this turtle is said to be the entire universe. So we are really taking one step out there, do it slowly, we are healing. Number 9, the Hermit here is talking about prudence, okay? So do it gently, okay? Slow and steady wins the race, right? As we often say with the turtle here. So go slowly when we are first interacting with new cosmic information, I feel this card is telling us. And at the bottom of the deck, these two cards are what's going on in the details. Now at the bottom of the deck, we have Wheel of Fortune. How beautiful is that? This is a reference to Saturn, and also that times are changing. There's a lot of timelines playing out through this new moon, a lot of history coming up to the surface, as we can already see what is playing out on the world stage at the moment. And this is talking about time, and time are changing, and it's like it's coming into our favor. There's something that is beginning to work in our favor here. And I love that we have actually the new moon over here. We have the owl symbolizing wisdom with the Uranus card over there. So there are really a lot of things, as we can see here with other threads here circling into each other. There's a lot playing out, and everything is interconnected, like I mentioned before, with the sun. So a great reminder of that. Saturn is also talking about responsibility, okay? So there is a lot going on here, and this is also talking about authority, law, and regulation. This is our society and how it is built also. So that's what's going on overall. But I really like the details with the Star card and the Hermit. Just take one step at a time as we are beginning to communicate with other realities also going on within us. Don't forget that this could be an experience you have through your emotions, that you start to feel connected to something that you have never felt connected to before. And these two cards are just encouraging us to look deeper into that. But just take one step at a time. Do it at your own pace. And let's see what the Minor Arcana cards have for us. This is a reference to our life area, so let's see where this is playing out for us. And we have 3 cards coming out. The 2 first coming out. Yes, these are both suns. And this is like the Knights of the original tarot. So here we have Son of Pentacles and Son of Cups. And this is talking about, when reading them together with the Star card and the Hermit card, that communicating with the stars and really feeling that a lot of hope and benefits are coming in for us right now, taking one step at a time. We are building something up in our work life, our finances, our with our homes, the entire materialistic structure around our lives. And with Son of Cups coming in, we have this loving energy coming in, this new spark of love energy, really. And he can be a little bit, sometimes we feel that he may be the lover that is coming in and promising us everything good, and, you know, do it happen, you know, can we trust it, can we rely on it? But it is sure that he's bringing in a lot of love. So it's like we're falling back in love with life again. So there, and since these two are connected here, I feel that we are going to find out that with our homes and job lives and the economy, that, you know, things are pretty chaotic right now, but we will have some kind of new love energy in that area that will make us able to carry on. And another card coming out for the Star card and the Hermit is card number 9. This is talking about affection and our virtue. No, sorry, this is 9 of Wands. Okay, so 9 of Wands is talking about our life force energy. Here we are in actually the fire signs, Sagittarius and Leo and Aries. So this is about how we take the life force with us, and through our relationships, through our creativity, and how we are making our physical body work. You know, what kind of nutrition are you interested in? What kind of exercise do you do every day? And so it's really about how you are taking your life force with you wherever you show up. Here we also reminded of that this is about being physical, okay? So 9 of Wands is talking about that we have been around the block once or twice in life, in the history of the world, in Earth history actually. And so we are ending up things, we are wrapping up things, and I like actually the fact that there's also a new moon here. So there is a new beginning. We have really been through history, dragging along a lot of wars and conflicts and this and that. It's like we've reached the end of that. And right now, as 9 of Wands is also talking about using our intuition, which is also a reference to the moon, we are here also being reminded that right now we have a lot of clairvoyance going on. We can see what has not been beneficial to us, okay? And so also this is about showing up and being pragmatic and realistic about things. So we have had a lot of life experiences, okay? So a wrapping up of that as well. And since we also have the Saturn card, the Wheel of Fortune over here as the overall energy, something is really changing for us now. And it could be very beneficial, but as always, it is how we approach this energy. At the bottom of the card, at the bottom of the deck, which is the card that is coming out alongside with Wheel of Fortune from the Major Arcanas, we have 4 of Cups coming out. So this is talking about growth and harmony and new acquaintances. So this is about our emotions. This is about our sensitivity, using our psychic abilities, and how we go about our spirituality. So something is definitely growing within us throughout this new moon. where we are setting out for new beginnings, coming more into harmony, regarding more our emotions as an important part of our life as well. And let's finish off with a card from the Faeries, because I always feel that they are closely linked to the moon with all their magic, and they like actually to make us giggle and make us come together, live with each other in harmony, living with the fairies and other realms in harmony. So I actually feel that there's a lot of harmony going on here, but we definitely will have a change in our work lives, in our financial lives, okay? And with the entire materialistic structure about around our home. And right now we also have Venus and Pluto meeting up in the zodiac sign of Capricorn. If you want to know more about that, please go check out some of my videos. We have two cards coming out here. Okay, beautiful. They're coming out in their upright position, and this is really beautiful. We have the Maiden card number 14 and the Spirit Dancer card number 36. So this is talking about new projects coming in and also coming into alignment with cosmos. This is about our inner child, the Christ light perhaps returning to really make us make sure that our inner child is okay, our emotions, what is in our deepest, what is in the roots of our emotions. That is where we find our inner child, and being all sensitive. So take care of ourselves out there right now through this new moon, and aligning ourselves with cosmos and bringing everything into harmony. We can see how happy this beautiful young girl is, right? So there is something coming back into harmony, where we are being reminded of who we are and how much we are capable of. And with the Spirit Dancer, this is really about dancing into our dreams, dancing with spirit, dancing with the energies coming in right now, believing that it is possible to reach our dreams. So if you have any dream projects right now, take care of them. And also, as I'm reading for the collective here, we need to ask ourselves, what kind of world are we dreaming of? And right now we are being reminded that we have a chance to get back in touch with cosmos and live more in alignment with ourselves and the energies around us. So it's really about dancing with these energies coming in, try to move them through our bodies, and remind ourselves that we are all connected with everything around us. So on that note, I will finish up the reading, and just wishing you all the best out there. Happy new moon eclipse in Sagittarius on December 4th, 2021. Remember to tune into your emotions, stay true to who you are, believe in yourselves. Things are getting better for the collective. Now we really have a possibility to start all over. Thank you for watching. Take great care out there, and bye for now.